it affected me more than it affected me because I've already been self-sufficient, mixing my own shit, recording my own shit, mastering my own shit, producing my own shit. So it's like it was already like a second nature to me to quarantine and practice social distancing. It really just like the biggest plus out of this whole COVID thing for me though was just to like recalibrate, get an idea of where I want to go musically. You know what I mean? And just weigh my options. I already had about 100 tracks going into, I want to say April, that I did this year. So it was more so like, okay, this pandemic's not going away. I already had so many plans for the year, but I just had to recalibrate, refocus, replan, remap everything out, and then start picking songs from certain playlists that I've acquired over time or I've accumulated, and formulate a plan and game plan for like release strategy, merch, trying to work with like the whole guidelines of social distancing, not being able to go out and create visually with my people that I create with. So it's like, it just really, it broadened my vision, because that's all we can do. Like how you have all your shoes around you, you have all your paintings, your art. It gives you some sort of like vision in front of you. You know what I mean? And you have to make the best out of what you have in front of you. And it just really just taught me how to improvise, man, as much as possible. Inspiration comes lessons. You know what I mean? And I feel like, to answer your question, what made me kind of like, in a sense, I did step away from music for quite a while at a time, but it was an inspirational moment. It was when my cousin passed away. He got murdered by some of his own people. You know what I mean? It just made me think like, should I continue making music for, people in these streets? Or should I give up on my passion and my dream and not want to be inspirational or try to get people through their day or whatever I can create and leave them with? So like that took a toll on me, kind of put me on like a little hiatus. I was kind of depressed. I mean, I lost my cousin, you know what I mean? And he just got out of jail. Not to get too personal, but he did a long sentence in jail, from the time he was like 17 years old. And he came home and he died like within a month of his releasing. So that took a toll on me. And then the Nipsey Hussle, that was another thing. Like that shifted music. That shifted the streets in a different way with energy. Like when Nip passed, it was like, damn, somebody who stayed independent, a businessman, somebody who provided for his people, his team, his community, to do it the independent way and not sell out, for him to be, murdered. So it made me think and just really start to think like, damn, is this what happens to people when you reach a certain amount of success, or when you finally get your big blessings? I mean, does the devil and the reaper come knocking at your door? It just really made me think differently, and it took me away from the music, but again, it inspired me in a different kind of way. Just two detrimental things that went on within the last 2 years. Like it all combined together, and then this whole COVID thing, and then you got the police brutality, they killing us in the streets, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. You know what I mean? Like all of these things, and then the media, how they steer things up, and then no justice, and then all of that really takes an effect on an artist or a creative, because it's like we see these things and we create what we have in our minds, or you know what I mean? Like we tap in a different way. You know what I mean? So like when we are influenced, or when we see different things being put in our face day by day, during the whole chain of current events or whatever events anybody goes through as a creative, it's going to impact you in the way that you create and how you even formulate any type of creativity. So yes, those two things definitely took a toll on music. And then I want to say the best things that that I pretty much experienced is becoming a dad. That was like a positive thing to add to like my creativity and my arsenal of, you know, creation abilities is having a new love. And I think that's the best and most important thing that we need as creatives. You know what I mean? Is to create out of love and love what you do.